Hi, Henk Akkermans, Supply Network Dynamics, Chapter 9, Quality Cascades, clip number 5, replicating what historically happened. So this is what happens if we start here in, 2006, and in steps of weeks, with a peak towards the end of the year, which coincides then with also a peak in the service order rate because of some problems in the network. See that the inflow of orders is really huge, and it's up here. We start at 1,000. Here the peak is 5,000, 5 times what it was originally. Quite artificially, we keep incoming quality fixed, but probably wasn't. And what then happens, this is the flow into steady use rate. So after 4 months, when all the customers have been processed, what happens with them? Now, what you rarely see here is a quality cascade, which means that every step in the process, things get worse. This is the first stage of provisioning. Provisioning rework here peaks as soon as a sort of threshold in the workload is passed. As a result of that, you get more and more. But interestingly, initially here we have even more people than we need, but as soon as provisioning is lower than 1, it decreases, and it grows here quite quickly with the inflow of new work. And that's it actually. So 2 peaks during the big increase of order inflow. 1 stage down the line, a bit later, you have the peaks in field install. Again, a huge workload up here, and not surprisingly, a longer lead time. The customer install WIP increase here a lot, and the FTE increase a lot here. It takes 16 weeks to hire somebody, also takes 16 weeks to get rid of them in this model, so a very slow decline here as well. And those are just the primary process. If we then move on to the call center, then here you see the service level, and it really drops dramatically during the periods when the total calls attempted as a direct function of the normal orders, which are huge, and the rework orders, which are substantial but whose customers call a lot, and the install base where there is a service order network grows too big for the call center to handle. You see those FTE increase here. Again, you see that initially they can even decline. There's even a second decline here, because by that time the call center has been brought down to such a level that no longer there are enough people to handle all these calls. So here we see an inherently cyclical model here. And the complaints even worse, because they're driven both by rework and by workload. There's a cap on the model for the number of complaints. It works to for the number of FTE here. It works to drive down most of the problems here. This is the new. So there's a new inflow of new complaints, but the main problem is you don't have enough people to get rid of those. And these are the people who were in the TV studios hammering on the KPN senior managers that left such traumatic effects.